Let's do a small exercise. Close your eyes. Think of someone you care about and you haven't seen for a long time. Picture their faces. Now, open your eyes. On the count to 3, I want you to say their names out loud. 1, 2, 3, please. When you walk out from this venue today, I want you to message that person and say, I miss you. Are you okay? I've been listening to a TED Talk that reminds me of you. Let's have a chat soon. Sometimes a simple "Are you okay?" can save a life. Hi, my name is Wong. For the past 20 years, I have been a clinical psychologist and a professor at the University of Hong Kong, researching mental health and suicide prevention. Do you know there are 720,000 people die by suicide per year worldwide? And suicide is the third leading cause of death among the 15 and the 29 years old. In Hong Kong, we have 1,000 people who die by suicide per year. That is like the number of people in this room. Research shows that for one completed suicide, there are at least 20 suicide attempts. Let me tell you a case study of a 19-year-old university student from Hong Kong who attended an award dinner in Australia in 1996. When asked why did you choose to study overseas, he said, well, I wasn't a good student in Hong Kong, and I wanted to escape from that system for so long. Then he explained how he went from a bad student to making it to the vice chancellor list. Even though he was an excellent student, he said that he felt immense pressure and he would never be good enough. And then he confided, when he was alone, he felt utterly drained and exhausted and hoping his life would end soon. He thought about that for almost 2 years, and he never thought about asking people for help because seeking help is a sign of weakness. As a clinical psychology trainee, I suspected he suffered from chronic depression, and suicidal thoughts are common among this condition. About 5% of people suffer silently, often leading to tragic outcomes. As a man, as a breadwinner, as a Chinese, and a psychologist, I can tell you how automatically men in the masculinity culture, they are expected to deal with their struggles on their own. In the Chinese saying, 男人流血不流淚, that translates into men are expected to bleed, but not to cry. Men are always expected to carry the burden of masculinity despite our constant exchanges in support of gender equality. When our young boys cry, their parents tell them, don't cry, don't cry. The obvious impact on us, men, is that we are not allowed to share tears in front of people. We are not allowed to share our weaknesses in front of people. In Chinese masculinity, Chinese men are expected to be a combination of the yin-yang attributes, also known as the one-wu construct. The one-wu construct represents a good balance between a scholarly gentleman, Wen, and a tough breadwinner, Wu. The one-wu construct share commonalities, emphasizing in self-control and reserved emotional expressions. Research shows that 80 to 90% of people who die by suicide suffer from psychological issues. Yet, many remain undetected and untreated. More males die by suicide than females, with a ratio of 2.3 males to 1 female. So my question is, if we lack mental health professionals and people in desperate needs are reluctant to seek help, who can suicidal people rely on? Let me tell you a unique phenomenon in Hong Kong. Since 1997, charcoal burning, a form of carbon monoxide poisoning, has become a common method for suicide. The Changzhou Island saw a tragic increase of such incidents, with a shocking incident of 3 young teenage students traveled to Changzhou, rented a holiday flat, ended their lives together in a suicide pact. In response to such tragic incidents, the community-based suicide prevention program was established, including holiday flat owners, residents, police, and social workers, led by the Rural Committee. The program aimed to identify people at risk, provide crisis intervention, and refer them to the right people. As a researcher, I reviewed all the suicide cases on the island, and within 3 years, after the program has implemented, an 84% of reduction of suicides among visitors was observed. And there was no increase. Thank you. Thank you. And there was no increase of suicides in other outlying islands. So the data would suggest that suicidal people were not detoured to other islands to end their lives. The Changzhou case study is a evidence-based suicide prevention program to show that when people are in desperate need, we can tell them they are not alone and we can help them. Many suicidal people stay alive when their suicide attempts are interrupted in this way. Professional people, of course, play a very important role in suicide prevention. But suicide prevention is everybody's business if you believe every life has value and purpose. The QPR model, the question, persuade, refer model, is a globally recognized model to train people to become suicide prevention gatekeeper, to be attentive of people around them. One of the most successful programs of such kind is the US Air Force Suicide Prevention Program that aims to identify people at risk and reduce suicide rates. Regular trainings are provided to all personnel in the US Air Force to identify people with risk factors and warning signs of suicide. A 33% of suicide rates were recorded after the implementation of the program. With the right attitude and training, everyone, all of us, can be trained to become a suicide prevention gatekeeper. I'm currently working to bring that into the university campuses and the community because there are so many young people in desperate needs, but are reluctant to seek help. That 19-year-old university student that I mentioned with chronic depression, you are looking at him now, and that was me. Thank you to my relatives and my friends. They were being so supportive. I survived, and I recovered in about a year and a half. I then continued with my clinical psychology training. And here I am now, feeling grateful, humble, to share with you how my personal experiences have helped me grow as a person, as a psychologist, and an academic. Good social support has shown to reduce suicide rates. With the right attitude, with the right training, and if we can step in, we can save life. Not all suicidal people, they truly wish to kill themselves. They feel trapped and see no other options. And when people are exhausted and in psychological pain, they make temporary but irreversible decisions. So as I wrap up for my talk today, I hope to leave you with 3 key takeaways. First, I hope you to be inspired to be caring, attentive, and inclusive of people around you. Many people suffer silently, and the "Are you okay" message that you're going to send soon can make a significant difference. Second, I want more men to open up and talk about their struggles, and I invite the ladies, the women in the audience, to tell their male friends know that talking about their struggles is not a sign of weakness. It is a courageous step towards healing and connection. Finally, I urge and I beg more people to talk about their life experiences and their mental health struggles, because talking about that is therapeutic not just for you, it's actually therapeutic for the people who are suffering silently. Thank you for listening. And thank you. Thank you.